While there's been major upheaval among metropolitan newspapers, their country counterparts are actually weathering the changes in the industry quite well. Media analysts say metro papers can learn from their regional colleagues who seem to be better at serving their community and attracting the advertising dollar. Kirsten Veness visited a newspaper in Hamilton in Victoria's southwest, where the key to success is keeping everything local.
In Hamilton, Saturday's paper comes out on a Friday. And there's a running joke in the town that it's the only place where you can get tomorrow's news today.
There'll be 30 or 40 people waiting for it to be delivered to the front office just to buy it. So, and, you know, we sell about 8,000, I think it is, on a Saturday. So, you know, we're holding pretty well.
The Hamilton Spectator has been part of the community since the 1850s. And for the past 45 years, Richard Becks has been at the helm.
Our circulation figures at the moment are about 7,000, and that means that we sell one paper to roughly one person in three in our district. And I think that's a level of penetration that most of our competitors would be envious of.
It'd certainly make the metropolitan newspapers jealous, with Fairfax and News Limited announcing job cuts last month. While regional newspapers have seen a slight downturn, they aren't experiencing the same turmoil.
Newspapers are really the only medium that are serving those communities properly. Any research will show you that they're doing it far more superior than other media that they get in the regional areas, most of which are providing syndicated content.
Because we don't take anything from the wire and we produce everything locally, we need a greater proportion of on-site reporters. Unfortunately, that costs a bit more money. But it's also the reason why our circulation holds in a little bit better than most of the others.
Media analyst Steve Allen says country papers are also helped by having little or no competition.
The large part of their advertising base is in fact local and much of it retail, and that is not as affected as the national advertising dollar at the moment.
Ad revenue is very hard for all media. Ad revenue over the 2011 was for the regional papers down around about 5% and down around about 8% for metros.
In terms of circulation, both metro and country are on par, down about 4%. That doesn't include digital sales, which is where metros have shifted their focus. News Limited already charges for its website, and Fairfax is set to follow.
Australia is probably the biggest test bed for these paywalls in the world, because we've got our two major publishers saying we can't provide the quality of coverage, we can't provide the quantity of coverage for nothing online any longer.
The biggest hurdle most country newspapers face has nothing to do with the structural changes in the media, but rather the shrinking populations of the towns they serve. Take Hamilton, for instance. It has a population of 10,000 people, but that's been on the decline for some time. Richard Becks is planning to move to a user-pays website in the hope of holding readers who leave the town.
It'll enable us to either hold circulation where it is or perhaps slightly increase. We don't expect to make any money out of our digital copies, but it's a way of tying subscribers to our product.
While the future of newspapers is unclear, those with ink in their blood are optimistic.
We like being part of the community, you know, and I think we've got a very important job, and, you know, we're proud of what we do.
Well, I'm probably past retirement age, but I think we're still making profits much better than we get by putting money in the bank. So it's a reason to get out of bed more than anything else.
It may be a modern media landscape, but the profits here come from the old-fashioned notion of community.